This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Shannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIAL 2A Girls Champions, the Shenango Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Look at this! Union wins it! The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
7 seconds. Work it down inside and alley-oop the young gun.
She'll strike it and score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from the Peterson Event Center. Coming to you live from the Peterson Event Center on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh. It's the WPIAL 1A Girls Basketball Championship here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, as the top seed Union Scotties and defending champion Union Scotties take on the 3 seed St. Joseph Spartans. Alongside Eric Thomas, I'm James Dotson. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Mealy Chiropractic, by Luxembourg Arbit Kelly and George, by The Red Zone, by Castle Asphalt, by MVP Insurance, by the Newcastle Transit Authority, by Medora Bonner Law, by Health and Motion Physical Therapy, by Penn Ohio Bottled Water, by Pontius Insurance, by Gem Builders Incorporated, by Works in Progress Paint Services, by Dorn Concrete, the City Rescue Mission, the Tri-County Principals Association, the Union Education Association, the Union and Mahoning Township Volunteer Fire Departments, Something for Your Wall Photography, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. It's breakfast ball, an 11 a.m. tip-off here between the Scotties and the Spartans. The 4th straight year these two teams have played against each other, but it is the first time here ever for St. Joseph playing in a WPIAL championship game, Eric, for Union, trying to defend their Class 1A district crown.
And Union has done everything we thought that they would do the entire regular season. They've ripped through everybody. They won the section with ease. They've gone through just about everybody in this bracket except this St. Joe's team to get to the Peterson Center. They face off against one another. This is business as usual for Union. For St. Joe's, you wonder maybe early on in this game if there's a little bit of nerves, different shooting environment, if the moment becomes too big for them. But this St. Joseph's team, these players, all 5 starters returning from a season ago, they seem primed, ready. They finally got over that hump, and they're here to take their shot at the King. Yeah, when they returned everybody from a year ago, and these two teams, as we mentioned, did play a year ago in the WPIAL semifinals. That was a game that ended up being won by Union by 10 points in the end, but they jumped out to a huge lead in that one, 19-0. They led in that one. St. Joseph, though, that scrappy team, fought their way back in that contest. They're not a team that's ever going to go away, and they're definitely going to be the tallest team in Class 1A especially, but probably the largest team that they've played all year, the Scotties have, maybe since back in those 5A, 6A games to start the year in non-section play. Really have to watch the rebounding today in this game, because this is going to be the toughest team that Union has played that can rebound the ball with the effectiveness that St. Joseph does. And you look at the offensive side of rebounding, particularly with Anna Kreinbrook. She's averaging 9.8 rebounds a game, but 95 of her rebounds are on the offensive side. We talked so much over the season about getting extra possessions. And the thing about playing this Union team, James, we talked about this before we went on the air today, and we said it Monday night at the semifinal. Union doesn't have to be perfect to win a game. They can make you look ugly when they're not playing their best style of basketball. But you as the opponent, you have to be almost near perfect and do every little thing correctly against this team. You have to run the floor. You have to get back. You have to close out on shooters. You have to rebound the ball. You have to get yourself extra possessions and really control the pace of the game. And this St. Joseph's team can do that, and they can start doing it on the offensive side, on the offensive glass today.
But it's going to come down to the defense, and Eric Thomas has probably the stat of the year right here regarding the Union Scotties defense.
4 teams in the WPIAL have given up less than 700 points. That's a little misleading because Union, with 1 bucket, is going to go over 700 points given up this season. They sit at 699. But 4 teams in the girls' side of the WPIAL have given up less than 700 points all year long. Everybody else over 700. Union, Jeanette, Hillel Academy, and Blackhawk. By the way, that Blackhawk team is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to play maybe for a state title coming up in a few weeks. So that's an unbelievable stat. Yeah, they'll give up a bucket, and then that kind of stat will go away. But to be this far into the season, 23 games into the season, and not give up 700 points, their defense has been insane. They don't even get 30 points from an opponent, which is what they're averaging, yielding in a game. It's rare that they've given that up even in a game this season.
Yeah, 30 points per game allowed for Union, 62 points scored offensively per game for St. Joseph. Something's got to give. We'll see what that will be. We're about 10 minutes away from tip-off here from the Pete. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have a quick conversation with Union head coach Rob Nogue of the Union Scotties, and then we'll tip it off here from the Peterson Event Center. Scotties against Spartans, WPIAL Championship game here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zenoleopol or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Of coming down here a second year versus last year being the first time the team's been here playing for a WPIAL championship?
Well, I think the first year you don't really know what to expect. When we came down last year, it was something new for us, something that we weren't used to for sure. And, this same routine for us today. We got up at 8 o'clock, had some breakfast at the school, brought the bus down, and kind of knew where we were going. I think there's a little more feel of comfortability with the girls right now because they're used to being down here and know what's expected.
Obviously, the first two games of the playoffs, not close in terms of the score line. What is it that you can really learn from that and make sure that the girls are coming out full force to start today's game, too?
Well, I think it doesn't matter who we play. We just have to play our game. We have to come out and play good defense, and we know we have to take care of business on our own end. And, whatever opponent it is, St. Joseph's is a great team. Obviously, they're in the championship for a reason, but we have to play our game. We have to eliminate turnovers and, get back to the fundamentals that brought us here, and hopefully we can do that.
Obviously, you saw this team in the semis last year, and they bring everybody back. Joyce Spinelli is the main scorer, but what is it that you see on film when you watch this team of what your main thing is to try to attack defensively?
Just a solid team. I mean, Spinelli's probably one of the better players in Class A, if not Western Pennsylvania. They have a lot of size with Kreinbrook and Burnett and Swarcheski. Richter's a good player up front. She can shoot the ball well. I mean, it's a solid team, 1 through 5, and I think that we need to eliminate transition from them, and we got to try to limit some shots. And we're not going to stop Spinelli, but we're going to do what we can to get a hand in her face and try to make it tough for her to score.
Well, you talk about the height that they have. Of course, part of the tallest team that you've seen all year, maybe other than the 6'8" teams at the beginning of the year. But what is it that that you can do in practice, especially to go through your sets and have your guards being able to go and dribble in traffic and putting shots up in the paint with the trees around?
Sure. I mean, we have a couple bigger girls on our team, so we use them. Liv Benedict's got some size to her, and we use some of our girls in practice. We actually use Kelly a little bit, too, on some of our other kids. So, I think we're ready to go. We're prepared, and we'll see what happens.
What's your biggest key for this team here today to go and make it a back-to-back championship here today for you?
Well, I think for us is we just have to come out, get out of the gates quick, and we have to stay calm. And, the game of basketball has its ups and its downs. If we get down, we can't get frustrated. And, if you get up, you can't get too high with that. So we just have to stay level and play a complete game, and I think we'll be okay.
Good stuff, Coach. Go get them.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach Noga, and there's your national anthem here from the Peterson Event Center as we're just about ready to tip things off. Before we get the full starting lineups, Eric Thomas, a quick works in progress paint service is key to the game for both these teams.
Key to the game is going to be for St. Joe's. Don't let the moment get too big for them. Do your small things. Play with what got you here. Don't worry about who the opponent is. Don't worry about the environment you're in. Just go play your game. It can get a little intimidating and get away from you when this Union team starts rolling, but you still have to play within yourself and do what got you here. And for Union, look, this is business as usual. This game is on the pocket schedule, and it ain't going off the pocket schedule anytime soon with all the talent that's returning. They just have to come out here and do what they do, too. They've been so good at shooting the ball. I mean, particularly Monday night, Bella Cameron was outstanding from the three-point arc, gets everybody else involved, and if she hits a couple early in this game, it might start to snowball. Look for them to try to get a momentum shot early.
The starting line is being announced. First-year coach Jeff Dutelli at the helm for St. Joseph. A junior and four seniors. A junior is Gia Richter, averaging 11.5 per game. The seniors, a 6'2 senior, Anna Kreinbrook, averaging 10 rebounds per game. Maggie Burnett, a 5'10 senior, another tall person out there, is Emma Schwarcheski, another 5'10 senior. She averages 10 points per game. And Julie Spinelli, the leading scorer, 1,500 points in her career, 21 points per game for Spinelli. So it's Richter, Kreinbrook, Burnett, Schwarcheski, and Spinelli for the St. Joseph Spartans. On the other side for the Union Scotties, the juniors are Kylie Frustorfer and Mia Pruz. Pruz averaging 6 a game, Frustorfer averaging 13.5 per game. Sophomore out there, Miera Gunn, averaging 3.5 per game, the 5'7 sophomore. And the two seniors, Bella Cameron, as you just alluded to, 6 points a game for the 5'7 seniors. And Kelly Cleaver, a little bit of do-it-all. Kelly Cleaver, 6' senior, averaging 15.5 points per contest. So it's Gunn, Frustorfer, Pruz, Cameron, and Cleaver, the starting five for Coach Rob Nogue's Union Scotties. Coach Nogue now in his 5th season coaching his alma mater. And shooting, obviously, is going to be something to keep an eye on as well. Very similar. 117 threes on the year for St. Joseph, 119 for Union. Bigger gymnasium. Union's played in one of these before. They shot really well at the Giants Center last year in the state championship game. St. Joseph probably hasn't played in many games where they've played at a big gym like this.
You know, there's a lot of big gyms in the Pittsburgh area. We've been in a few of them in the last 2 weeks, but nothing compares to when you get in these open-air environments where there's nothing but – I mean, imagine being an ACC player and having to shoot into the zoo off to our right here on the home bench. This is a different animal when it comes to shooting the basketball, and you're right, that makes a big difference. Teams, when they go down to Hershey, they try to find a school like Lower Dauphin or Cumberland Valley to shoot because those gyms are the closest thing you have to the big arena. It can get to you pretty quick. They're gonna have to try to, St. Joseph, maybe go inside a little bit, work from inside out, and get some of those shooting woes or nerves out of the way early.
Union going right to left in their home white. St. Joseph left to right in the road blues, and the ball is tipped, and we are underway, controlled by St. Joseph, as Richter will bring it across the timeline against Union's. Feels like it's a patented 3-2 zone defense that they've played under Coach No Game. Played so well, again, averaging just 30 points allowed per game on the year. Swarcheski works it around the perimeter to the left wing. Now is Richter. Richter back top to Spinelli. Those two go 1-2 back to Richter. 3-ball up and in, and that's a big first shot for St. Joseph. First points on the board.
Yeah, you like to see that early on. if you're on the St. Joseph side, you want to get some of those shooting things out of the way. They didn't really do anything with a high post against that zone. They're trying to get that outside shot early.
High post to Cleaver. She'll take a step back on the foul line, splashes it home, and Union will get into their full court press, trailing 3-2. Both teams successful in their first possession. And they're going to go and pass. Is going to be tipped at midcourt and stolen away. Deflected by Cleaver, stolen by Frusdorfer. So there's your first turnover of the game. As Frusdorfer takes a step back three, back iron, no good. She was 1 for 7 in the semifinal round from beyond the arc.
A lot of confidence in that shot, though.
Spinelli is going to take a 15-foot jumper, no good on the shot. Now we're going to have a whistle and a push. No, I think they're just going to say out of bounds. Last touch by Union. Look from here, the Prues took a two-handed shove in the back.
Everything's wider here. The court feels bigger, even though it's the same dimensions. But the crowd isn't on top of you like they are in a high school gym. They're back, they're above you, cheering down on you. So, again, the shooting thing, you like to see those shots early. For Union, obviously they played her. There's no worry about that. But for St. Joseph, they're taking a lot of outside shots early.
Spinelli goes no good on his shot, and our head official, Felicia Young, tripped and fell over here. We have a foul on the rebound against Swarczewski for her first. I think she just went down. I think she kind of got caught of her own feet, did our head official. Felicia Young, Zach Freeman, and James Horby Jr. are your officials tonight, or this morning, I should say. And hopefully for Ms. Young, hopefully that's the last time you have to call her name, not the way you want to be calling the official's name. I guess that's better than saying.
The other reason why.
Right.
Yeah.
Frusdorfer left wide alone, top of the key. Her three ball is off the mark, no good, short and out of bounds. And you can tell that one, though, maybe took it from the wrong three-point line there, Eric.
Yeah, that was a deep three. But, again, Union's got confidence. They've played here before. They understand the dimensions. Even when you walk in here, when it's completely empty and you just stand kind of on the edge and look around and look up, it feels so much bigger than what it is. Your depth perception can really mess with you. St. Joseph's, though, James, they haven't even looked to go high post here. Everything they've looked at has been out on the wing.
So you say that. They do go high post, and ready for it was Kreinbook. It's going to be deflected, stolen away. Good bounce pass to get it up ahead. The Frusdorfer, her shot, though, altered by Kreinbook coming back. Offensive rebound and put back for Cleaver.
Excellent job running the floor by Callie Cleaver. Picking her teammate up, but you see that defense on the other end for St. Joseph's and the height altering the shot.
There's another pass to the high post to Kreinbrook, back out to Richter, and they'll set up the offense. Union with their first lead, 4-3, 5:45 remaining in the first quarter. Right wing with it, Swarczewski. Gives it over to Burnett. For the seniors out on the court, 6 on the roster as Cleaver swats this one away as Spinelli tried to drive baseline. Union with possession. Gunn will hand it over to Prues as they cross the timeline. Gives it over to Frusdorfer. She and Spinelli going toe-to-toe here in the early going on offense and defense. Spinelli heading to Frostburg State University. Kick it out to Miera Gunn, top of the key three. Can't get it to go. Hit the rim a couple of times, but wouldn't fall.
Already seen the impact of Kreinbrook inside with the rebounding. James, they've moved so much on the blocks, St. Joseph on offense, but nobody really getting open. They're all settling for more outside shots.
Kreinbrook's going to get an offensive rebound on this three-point miss from Richter, or excuse me, that was from Swarczewski. 1 for 3 from downtown to start the game for St. Joseph. 0 for 3 for Union. High post right back up top. NBA range 3 coming, and it's going to be short from Richter. And again, I think you see the double three-point lines. It plays issues with a young team.
No, it does. And you think you might have that range in a high school gym. It's a little bit different when that line's there. It messes with your mind a little bit.
Little floater from Gunn. Shot altered, I think, again by the height of Kreinbook, and misses everything on her little 8-footer.
It just, right now, if you're St. Joseph, I get it. You're trying to bust the zone with your perimeter shooting. Get the ball into your big. Try to expose her offensively. Get her on that flasher to that high post. Get the ball in her hands. Have her kick it out. Get a cleaner shot on the perimeter by working your high post.
Spinelli got it in the corner. Was well guarded there by Prues. Has to bring it back out. Now Richter will set up the offense midway through our opening quarter. 4-3 Union leads here in the Class 1A Championship. And you hear a pin drop right now in here. All of a sudden just got deathly quiet during this St. Joseph possession. There's a pass going down low and coming across to try to get the steal, but a half second late was Cleaver. She will pick up her foul. Her first, team's first of the opening quarter, and we will have our under 4 media timeout. So we're going to step aside. We'll be back in a moment. It's the WPIAL 1A Championship here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania.
Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Back here at the Pete, a 4-3 Union lead midway through the opening quarter. Eric St. Joe's on the ball here inbounding under their own hoop, but right now they're just not moving the ball quite well enough to get it inside.
Really isn't, and they're moving the ball around the arc well, and there's a lot of movement there. Good clean shot that time, but they're not attacking the paint, and I would be using their height and work inside out. Right now, 1 of 7 shooting to start this game, 14%, 1 of 5 from 3, and then you look at their individual numbers, and Crinebrook, who's got the height for them, doesn't even have an offensive shot. Played good defense so far, but no touches to shoot the ball on offense, and I just don't understand that early on.
Bella Cameron, her first touch, and she splashes home a 3 from the right wing. Bella Cameron, her 35th of the year. Red hot streak continues here in the playoffs.
Yeah, sure does. Shooting the ball very well. She has thrown that thing in an ocean right now. Got to watch that because those are momentum shots.
So the 7-0 run for Union, but this time a better job to break the press, and the layup up and good for St. Joseph's. Cuts the lead down to 7-5.
And that might be the key. If you're going to play a lot of half-court offense and not go inside, just try to beat Union down the floor and get the early shot in the possession and not worry about settling in and moving the ball around the perimeter.
Gunn drives, dishes, Pruse 3-ball, air biscuit. A little too strong, may have been rushed on the shot with the closeout from Crinebrook. Score remains 7-5, Union leads. There's another pass inside. Spinelli coming from the high post, and she's going to get an and one. Julie Spinelli ties the game 7-7, 2:38 remaining in the first quarter, and a chance for St. Joseph to regain the lead.
And if you're going to jumble up that middle with your zone on the Union side, Addie Nogay's in the game for Union. If you're going to jam up that paint, I'm going right to somebody in the paint, because what that means is if they drive, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to get the foul on the defense. Get the team in foul trouble. Get an easy, high percentage shot. Get to the free throw line. Just a little puzzled, even though they got the 1-point lead right now, why St. Joseph wasn't attacking Union more in the middle on offense.
Way up ahead is Nogay. Pass across the lane, looking for Cameron. It's going to go through her hands and out of bounds. So a little pressure there from St. Joseph. Union looked like they beat it, but the throw maybe just a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, they're reacting pretty well. St. Joseph's done a nice job getting back on defense. Even if they haven't quite blocked the shot, they've altered a few of them. There you go, down the floor. That's an easy look. Get the ball down the floor before Union can get set up.
And then they kick it back out, and how about a bank? And Spinelli shakes her head, but it goes in. Julie Spinelli, last 6 points for St. Joe's. It's a 4-point lead now for the Spartans.
Take advantage of the numbers. That's what St. Joseph's done the last couple of trips down the floor.
So a 7-0 run from Union, answered by a quick 8-0 run out of the media timeout for St. Joe's. Addie Nogay, who just checked in, goes high post, gets it to Cleaver, over to Frusdorfer, into the corner for Pruse, and Union will now set up the offense. Cleaver to set it up. I asked Coach Nogay if we might see a little point forward. Yeah, said probably. Here it is. Cleaver just looks to go one-on-one, pump fake at the foul line. Her shot partially blocked out of bounds, and rebound. Actually, Crinebrook able to save it before it went out of bounds. Kick to the corner for Swarcheski, 3, and it's good. Heads up. 11 straight points for St. Joe's.
Haven't seen a team do this to Union in a long, long time, but St. Joseph right now just beating the Scotties down the floor.
Addie Nogay looked like she had an open 15-footer, look for the pass, and it's going to be stolen away.
You can't set your defense up if the other team's back and got numbers. I mean, it's simple as that. St. Joseph recognized that, and they've started to attack it.
There's a shot and a foul from the foul line. I like what they've done here. Instead of having the Swarcheski or Crinebrook running it there at the high post, they're putting Spinelli getting the high post.
She's got more athleticism, can turn and get to the bucket and draw the foul. That's a smart adjustment.
Especially when you can put
an 86% free throw shooter in Julie Spinelli at the line.
You know, Jeff Tatelli, brand new to coaching this St. Joseph team, came from Montour, was an assistant there, lived in Syracuse, New York. Second one for Spinelli's good. But he took this team to the Fox Chapel Fall League and said, now we're playing some top competition to get ready. If you play up in that kind of rec style or summer league or fall league ball, it really, I think, mentally and physically prepares you for 1A.
Hesitation move and a nice left-handed layup up and in as Kylie Frustorfer gets her first points and ends what was a 13-0 run for St. Joseph. We're now under a minute to play in this opening quarter. 16-9, St. Joseph leading the top seed at Scotties. Cleaver gets her hands on a pass. It's deflected and stolen away by Frustorfer. Pass to Pruz, open on the block. Kicks it back up through the hands of Cleaver, but Cameron there waiting for it. 25 seconds remaining. Cleaver will take a look back and wait for a call from Coach Nogue, now down to 20. Crossover dribble, gets into the lane, loses it again, knocked away. A lot of contact, no foul. She was stripped first.
Yeah, refs letting them go. There was a lot of contact on that, a lot of contact on the last trip. 2 trips ago for Union, too, and they let that slip.
5 seconds remaining. Spinelli on the left wing tries to drive in, and she's going to get tied up. Held ball is going to be called, and that actually hurts Union because they'll get possession, but with just 9/10 of a second on the clock.
Spinelli thought she had drawn another foul
by
attacking them.
I think it was Pruz who reached in and tied her up.
Excellent job by Pruz.
So baseball throw from three-quarters court will be well off the mark, and that's the end of the first quarter. A good one for the 3-seed St. Joseph. They lead Union 16-9. WPIAL Class 1A Championships back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Newbie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity, it's really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Second quarter coming your way here from the Pete. Union trailing 16-9, and St. Joseph will get first possession of the second quarter. Eric, your thoughts from the first quarter?
You know, we said rebounds were going to be a big factor in this game. St. Joseph 8-5 in that category. Field goal percentage a wash between the two sides, but I really think that the rebounding is going to be a big key in this game. And I was pretty impressed with how St. Joseph got back down the floor defensively in that first quarter, too.
Yeah, got their hands on a couple of passes as Kreinbrook tries to go high-low for Burnett. It's going to go through her hands. Burnett gets it back, though. Now back to the high post to Kreinbrook. Another high-low, and that's what you were talking about, Eric. Working from the high post to the low post for the layup.
Yeah, absolutely. Set it up. You got the height advantage. You can throw the ball over just about anybody. A nice little backdoor cut. Great feed. And this St. Joseph team is showing some teeth here on offense.
Doubling up Union right now, 18-9. Coach Nogue asking what I'm asking for. There's a two-handed push there at the high post to allow Kreinbrook to get open. Pruz sets up for a three. Her shot off the mark, no good. Burnett will get the rebound. 1 for 6 from downtown. Sorry there, Eric, for Union.
Kreinbrook got out, closed out, and altered that shot. That's one of the keys we said. They got to close out on shooters, St. Joseph. And, again, defensively, they've really shown some strength on defense on that side of the floor.
Pass down to the block. Burnett. Nice handoff. Good backdoor cut to find Spinelli. She's in double figures with 10. Double-digit St. Joe's lead.
And again, backdoor, and you're setting up your post player in the paint. Get the ball to them. Let the shooters cut towards the bucket. Throw it over everybody else. Nice little backdoor opposite block that time.
Gunn with the ball in the wing. She drives in, lost it, got it back. Can't get it to go on her drive, but she will go to the free throw line. It'll be the first trip to the line tonight. All right, I'm going to say tonight all the time. This morning here for the U.
There are two things that stand out to me in basketball. Number one, the best time to shoot a three is off an offensive rebound because nobody reacts quick enough to get out and close on a shooter. Two, if you're playing a team and they go on a run, the best way to break that run or break any kind of momentum they have is just cut right through their defense, go to the bucket, either get the ball in the bucket or get the foul and try to generate some points that way, and that's exactly what Gunn tried to do on that play.
Misfired on the first free throw. Second one splashes home for her first points for the sophomore. And she will check out. Addie Nogue will check back in. Also see Callida O'Connor, one of the other seniors, in for the first time right now for St. Joseph. Another full court pressure, different look. This time, first time we've seen Cleaver at the top of that full court pressure. St. Joseph able to break through it. No look pass down to the baseline. Burnett nearly banked it in from the baseline. No good. Cleaver rebounds.
Great rebound by Cleaver to reach out there with one arm. She's got the height for Union. Used it that time to snag that rebound. That wasn't a good shot by St. Joseph. That was a little rushed.
Frustorfer will set up the offense. Gets the high screen from Cleaver. Step back, three-pointer blocked by Spinelli, but it's going to be rebounded by Cleaver. Pruz then is going to pick it up and get fouled with 6 minutes remaining in this quarter. That's going to go against Richter, and that's going to be her second.
Keep an eye on that, but I like the idea there by Union, but again, the closing out on the shooters by the St. Joseph team has been impressive here early on.
Cleaver scored the first two buckets of the game for Union. Nothing since. Her shot here, no good. Pruz offensive rebound. She drives back in and gets hacked. She'll get a pair of free throws. Mia Pruz, I think, is going to be a big key to this game. We've talked about it defensively, but I think it's on some of these offensive putbacks and defensive rebounding as well, especially for the team, for the Union Scotties.
And you always see in these championship games, I don't know why this is, but you always see somebody you don't expect to shoulder the load or do something big in these games. Maybe it's because teams key on stars too much. I don't know what it is, but somebody always steps up in a big spot, and I think Rob Nogue is sort of looking for that right now from somebody other than his two big guns.
Pruz able to split the pair as well, and I mean, she's been in plenty of big games. She's been the WPIAL softball championship pitcher the last 2 seasons. Spinelli able to cross the timeline against the press, kicks it back up now to Swercheski, and now Richter will set up the offense standing here on the pit logo at midcourt.
See, this is where St. Joseph got a little uneasy in that first quarter, though.
Richter takes a deep three, short, barely grazed the front of the rim. Pruz will rebound.
You're letting Union set up in that half-court defense, and you're only moving the ball around the perimeter.
Pruz coast to coast, can't get it to go. How about Cleaver skying in for the offensive rebound? She'll take a 15-foot baseline jumper and splash it home.
That's beautiful. Excellent job running the floor, picking up your teammate with the offensive rebound. That's 2 straight offensive rebounds for Union. That's a good sign. They get that going, they're going to control this game.
O'Connor barely noticed a cross-court pass coming her way as they cross the timeline, able to track it down before it goes out of bounds. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. St. Joe's up by 7. Back up to Swercheski, now right wing Spinelli. Spinelli over to Richter. Richter pumps, gives it over into the corner. That's O'Connor. Richter, high post, able to get it to Burnett. Right back out to Richter. Another deep three on the way, no good. Cleaver, another rebound. Her 4th of the first half. Union trying to go on a little run now. Cleaver with 4:30 remaining, hands it off to Frustorfer. 7-point St. Joseph lead. Frustorfer looks to reset, gives it over to Cleaver. 4:15 remaining in the first half. Patience, now trying to isolate, drive, foul line jumper, splashes at home. Kelly Cleaver with 8.
She's a very slick player. Millersville, she is going to fit their style of play so well, and love that PSAC East with a very defensive-minded Millersville team.
And a foul as they cross the timeline. Probably a good foul, as it would have been an odd man rush. Nogue picks up the foul, and we're at our under 4 media timeout. 20-15, St. Joseph leading Union. 1A championship here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Coming this summer. Play with and against some of the best in the area. Open to athletes from the class of 2024 to 28. 2 locations. CJ2K North at Brady's Run Park, CJ2K South in Collier Township. Premier Basketball. It's the CJ2K League. Register from now until April 8th. League play begins on May 27th.
Nice little conversation. That's what we like to be in by the scorer's table, Eric. Nice conversation there with Felicia Young, our head official today.
Said she had a blooper, and I was like, we all do it. Don't worry about it. I lost count how many times I've fallen on my face.
She did it with grace, got right back up, and was ready for the inbound. I saw nothing wrong with it.
Nothing.
Back to the action here. Nice pass from the low block to the high post. Cutting in was Crimebrook to get her first bucket.
And they finally exploit that offensively. I'm a little baffled, though. St. Joe's did so well out of the half court, and there's Cameron again.
Go ahead and finish that thought as Cameron hits a corner three to cut the lead down to 4.
You're getting back into this half-court style of offense, and that's not benefiting your team. You're settling for NBA range threes on the offensive side. If you're St. Joe's, Union's kind of gotten in their head a little bit, and they've let this defense settle in for Union, and that's a big reason why the Scotties have managed to get back in this game.
Well, that's the way you beat any zone, especially a 3-2, is to work it down to the block like they do here. But this time Cleaver able to get a hand on it and steal it away. I got her right for 4 deflections at least already. Union can cut it down to a 1-point lead. If Cleaver knocks down this 3 from the corner, it's no good. Cleaver has hit 4 of them on the year, definitely has the shot. At 1 point last year, at the midway point of the year, she was shooting, no joke, 75% from beyond the arc.
Oh, I believe it. She'll do that a lot in the PSAC, too. That's a style of basketball now where you see less and less of the post players and more of the 5-type guard-forward style offenses.
As Spinelli fires on her 3-pointer. She's got 59 now on the year. Still remains a 4-point game. Nogue knocked away from her. Back knocked towards midcourt. It's going to be stolen away there by Spinelli, and we had a whistle. What happened? We have an inadvertent whistle. I believe that our official was expecting the over and back, so he can't give the bucket. We have an inadvertent whistle that wipes out the St. Joseph's basket. It will remain St. Joe's ball, though.
I thought for a minute they thought maybe Spinelli or somebody kicked the ball, too, coming up the floor when there was a race for it, but it was a clean swipe and a clean look at the bucket.
Unfortunate for St. Joseph as they end up having a inbound instead of a bucket, and they nearly lose it at midcourt to St. Joseph. They get it back. They'll reset the offense. Score remains 22-18, down to 2:10 remaining here in this first half. Crimebrook gets it on the block. Little spin move over the left shoulder, no good. Another Cameron rebound.
Not a clean turn and face the bucket to get a good shot off there, but right idea for St. Joe's.
Pruz steps into a shot in transition, and it's no good, misses everything.
Rob Nogue giving his player a bit of encouragement there, too. That was a right idea, but I think Union just feels like they've picked up their intensity on both sides of the floor a little bit. They look like they've gotten a little bit more comfortable after they felt out what this St. Joseph team was going to be about.
St. Joe's led by as many as 11 points here early in this second quarter. Spinelli drives in. Her shot no good. May have been partially blocked on the way up by Cleaver. Cameron will hand it off now to Frustorfer. 90 seconds remaining in the first. Union trailing by 4.
I like this. Slow it down a little bit for Union. Get your composure. Work for a good shot. Find an open shooter without somebody in there in the face to contest it.
They drive. This time Cameron closed out on in the corner. Back to Frustorfer. Her little floater is short. Misses everything. She gets her own rebound, and then it's going to be knocked out of bounds there. Should stay Union basketball. Yeah, there it is. Union ball with 1:10 remaining. Cameron will trigger underneath her offensive hoop. Bounce pass through the lane, but it's behind the intended target. Believe they were looking for Pruz. 1 minute to play here in the first half here from the Peterson Event Center. St. Joe's with the ball on a 4-point advantage. Burnett around the perimeter. It goes to Swercheski. Swercheski back over to Spinelli. Spinelli pumps, tries to drive baseline. Well defensed there by Pruz. Now it goes high post. Crimebrook turnaround shot, barely grazed the backboard.
Better shot, though, by Crimebrook that time because she got herself squared up. Just didn't hit the bucket, but that's the right type of ball movement you want when this half-court Union defense is going to settle in.
St. Joe's in their man-to-man as they've been all day. Nogue pass on a 3, extra pass to the corner, 3-pointer back iron for Frustorfer. She's 0 for 4 from downtown.
Coming the other way, Spinelli gets the ball in the wing. Nice crossover, gets around the first defender. And the second one, and one. Cameron tried to draw the charge. It was a half second late, and that's what you do to beat a zone, is get it up the court quickly. Spinelli's got an and one.
Well, you just said it perfectly. Why wait for them to get set up in the half-court defense? If you're St. Joseph, run the floor, push the ball, push the tempo. Don't let Union get set up in that half-court. And that's where they found their success early in that first quarter. And then they kind of got away from it a little bit, and both teams sort of look a little gassed right now. But, that's what you have to do. Don't let this – Union defense is annoying if you're the opponent. Don't let them set up and control it.
15 seconds remaining. They quickly go up the court. Nogue was open and closed out quickly. Down to 10 seconds left as Kelly Cleaver sets it up on the pit logo. She drives to the foul line. Step back. Passes down low. Finds Pruz, and she's going to be hit from behind by Kreinbrook. She's going to pick up the foul with 3.5 seconds remaining. Nice pump fake there by Cleaver. Everybody was kind of eyeing on her and found the open player down on the block.
Yeah, good job moving without the ball, too, to get open. But, again, if you're going to have the height, give it to your tall player. Let them pass over top of everybody else. Union James, though, at the free throw line in this first half, it's been a little shaky here tonight. That's this morning. That's somewhat uncharacteristic for a team that shoots in the 70s.
Both missed here by Pruz. Rebound Kreinbrook. Spinelli's going to get to half court and put one up at the buzzer, and it barely missed. Wide to the right, and that's how your first half comes to an end. St. Joseph maintains a 7-point lead going to the locker room. 25-18 your score. We'll come back with our first half recap when we return. The LGKG halftime show on the other side of this break. Class 1A WPIAL Championship on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Hey Scotty fans, it's Mrs. Ryan and Miss Felina here on behalf of the Union Area Education Association. And we want to wish all of our Scotties good luck this season. Go Scotties!
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN. FunkMob.com is a proud supporter of high school basketball in Western Pennsylvania and all around the globe. Pioneers in underground classics since 1995, the Funk Mob Classy Classic specializes in unique, custom designs, windbreakers, backpacks, high socks, headbands, innovative unis, and more. Funk Mob is proud to be the official uniform provider of the CJ2K League in 2024 and the originators of parachuters diving into the championships with game balls. Ah, yes, find them online at funkmob.com. That's FUNK-MOB.com. And on Instagram at Funk Mob Classy Classic. They got the classics, always fresh.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Halftime here at the Peterson Events Center, a 25-18 lead for St. Joseph over Union here in the Class 1A Girls Basketball Championship. St. Joseph leading the defending WPIAL and state champion Union Scotties. Here on our LGKG halftime show with Eric Thomas alongside, I'm James Dotson, and I want to give a shout out real quick. We have something for your wall photography here, taking still shots for the game. We have Rob Natel getting a lot of video highlights that we'll have. We'll have a highlight film from this one. Shout out Ashley Pistachio will put that together for us here this afternoon. I want to give a big shout out to all of them here for their contributions here at lcsportsnet.com. Contributions, though, on the court, it's really been Spinelli against Cleaver for the most part. Spinelli with 13 of the 25 points out there for St. Joseph. Cleaver with 8 of the 18 for Union. The rebounding numbers actually in favor of Union at the half, 16-13. Left a couple of shots out there, though. A couple missed shots, 2 of 6 on the free throw line. Still, though, Union only down 7.
You know, the one thing that I think that flipped this game a little bit in Union's favor, it's not all the way in their favor at the end of the first half, but when they were down big and St. Joseph was running the floor and beating them to the bucket and backdoor cuts and not letting that Union zone settle in, they were getting higher percentage shots. Once they let Union get in that half-court defense and the rebounding became more even and then swayed into Union's favor, that's right when the Scotties got back in the game. I don't understand why St. Joe's did not keep pushing the tempo in the first half. That was a much better plan of attack. You can't let this Union zone and this defense set up and really control what you do. How many NBA range threes has St. Joseph settled for in the first half? I mean, they're not shooting the ball from 3 well at all. They're 3 of 10. In a normal setting, that might be okay, but when you're looking at the shot selection that they're taking from distance, it's not good. Three-pointers are not high percentage shots anyway, but when you're stepping back that extra couple of feet in this type of environment where it's wide open and you're not used to the backdrop and the depth perception and all that, that makes a big difference. And they were letting Union's defense settle in and just start controlling the tempo and the rebounding, and then that's leading to better shots for Union. Now, on the other side of things, Union, I thought, played pretty well in the second quarter, a lot better in the second quarter. What I would want to see them try to do in the second half, and they recognize this, St. Joseph will defensively, get the ball in Bella Cameron's hands and let her get some threes. Start hitting some threes early. Don't be surprised if they go to that early in the third quarter, one of those momentum plays, those, we call them in football chunk plays. Let them get a momentum play in the third quarter here with a three-pointer by her, and that's going to change the entire dynamic of this game.
We just watched her as they come out for warm-ups, missed the first three-pointer I've seen her miss all day, and that's because a teammate's ball knocked it out of the way. She is shooting red hot, 4 or 5 in the semifinal round. She's hit both threes here as we get into our GEM first-half scoring recap called GEM Master Builders and Craftsmen, building our community for over 3 generations. Kelly Cleaver leads Union with 8 points, all from the inside the arc. 2 threes for Bella Cameron. She's got 6. Kylie Frustorfer with a 2. She's got only those 2 points. She's 0 for 4 from downtown. Mia Pruz 1 of 4 from the line. Miera Gunn 1 of 2 from the line to round out the scoring for Union, who was shooting 7 of 22. That's 32% from the field and 2 of 11 from beyond the arc. On the other side for St. Joseph, leading the way, Julie Spinelli, no surprise, 13 points, a 3 of 4 twos, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line for Spinelli. Next is Maggie Burnett with a pair of 2. She's got 4 points, a 3 each for Gia Richter and Emma Swarcheski, and then a 2-pointer for Anna Kreinbrook to round out the scoring. Some other quick stats: 4 rebounds for Kreinbrook, 5 for Cleaver to lead their respective teams. St. Joseph shooting 3 of 10 from beyond the arc and 9 of 22 from the field. So shooting percentage is pretty even. 5 turnovers apiece, pretty even. Just a couple of those shots need to start falling here for Union in the second half. And I think as we go back to those keys to the game, brought to you by Works in Progress, Eric, it's all about for St. Joseph working that ball to that low post and high post, because you've got backdoor cuts against the zone if you're St. Joseph. How often can you say that?
No, you can't, and they really did not do a good enough job in the first couple of minutes to exploit that. You have the tallest player on the floor in Kreinbrook. Get the ball in her hands, let her pass underneath, keep moving the ball. They weren't moving the ball anywhere but around the arc early in this game, and it sort of seemed like Union might grab this thing and go, and then all of a sudden when St. Joseph figured out, hey, we have a 6'2 player, and we also have a player like Spinelli that we can get the ball to and let her create things and turn and face the basket, their offense changed. And I just not sure why they let the slower tempo go. I'm pushing the ball against this Union team. They're a half-court defensive team. They play full court when you score and they can set it up, but if you can beat them in transition down the floor, do it. If you're not going to work high post and get your shot selection set up that way, beat them down the floor. It's as simple as that.
Real quick, before we start the second half, we're going to make an announcement right now on the air. Our Red Zone LGKG Male and Female Athletes of the Month for the month of February. Male Athlete of the Month, how can you not get it to Bobby Fadden, the sophomore, hitting his 1,000th career point last week in the WPIAL quarterfinals against York. He is your Male LGKG Athlete of the Month. And for your Female Athlete of the Month, Laurel's Tessa Codalisi, a WPIAL champion, one of the first sets of WPIAL wrestling champions on the girls' side. So congratulations to Bobby Fadden and Tessa Codalisi, your February Red Zone LGKG Athletes of the Month. With that, we're ready to start the second half of play. Union trailing 25-18. They'll get first possession, going now left to right in their home whites with the blue numbers. St. Joe's in their road blues with the red trim, going right to left with the 7-point advantage. Pruz will look to set up the offense. Kills the dribble, gives it now right wing to Cleaver. Cleaver looks to go baseline drive, going one-on-one, and she's going to get hacked coming over. Got by Burnett, I think it's going to be Kreinbrook who's going to pick it up, coming with the help defense.
Like that attack right away, go to the bucket, get a foul call. To me, I don't know who adjusts better from half to half than Rob Nogue. He is a master at looking at that first half, and it's only 16 minutes of basketball, but looking at that first half, quickly dissecting what a team is doing and then saying, okay, we're going to go do this now and change things up. You saw it last year in the state championship game, and it worked tremendously in that game. And I don't be surprised if he's got a wrinkle or two up his sleeve that he'll throw at this team and exploit it here in the second half.
Cleaver able to split the pair, makes it 25-19. Swarcheski left wing three, in and out, no good. Cleaver will grab her 6th rebound of the game. It's a 6-point Union deficit right now. By the way, that foul was on Burnett, her first. Nobody in really foul trouble for either team as Frustorfer drives in, tried to kick to the high post, but not on the same page, going to be stolen away. Coming the other way, Spinelli stops at half court, will set up the St. Joe's offense here early in the third quarter.
Not really seeing any kind of panic or tightness out of either team, too. And that's a good sign. Obviously, you wouldn't think that with Union because they've done this so many times. But St. Joe's, the moment maybe becomes a little bit bigger, but they're both teams playing pretty loose.
Cruz knocked the pass away, went right to Spinelli. Her little left-handed shot, though, hangs on the rim, doesn't fall. Here comes Union, setting up the offense with Frustorfer. Frustorfer on the right wing, goes down low, backing away in is Cleaver, kicks it back up to Gunn. She's going to step into a top of the key three, no good on the shot there. Kreinbrook will get the rebound.
Good job, though, by Gunn to take the shorter three-pointer.
Yeah, found the white line for the high school three-point arc, not the collegiate blue line out there here at the Pete. 6:20 remaining in the third. 6-point edge for St. Joseph as they work against the zone defense. Spinelli back up top to Richter. Richter, those two playing catch now. Cross-court pass to Richter. Extra one now to Swarcheski in the corner. Good patience here from St. Joe's. Now they go high post to Kreinbrook.
Kicks it back up to Burnett, up to Richter. They'll get the call from the bench from Coach Detelli. In the corner it goes for Burnett. Burnett over the Richter on the wing. There's passing around the outside right now. High post, Spinelli. In the corner, Swercheski's 18-footer, too strong, misses everything. Crimebrook put back on the backside, too strong, misses everything.
Crimebrook fell a little bit off balance on the rebound and couldn't get set enough to shoot cleanly.
Pruse tried to go coast to coast, lost it out of bounds. It was knocked away by Crimebrook on the way. How about that burst of speed, though, from Mia Pruse?
Yeah, excellent job to attack the basket. Twice now we've seen Union do that here in this third quarter.
Cleaver gets the inbound pass. Baseline, crossover, backs her way in, pump fake, tries to get some space, fadeaway shot, no good. Crimebrook rebounds. In and out on the shot from Cleaver. Spinelli will now get it back from Crimebrook over to Richter. Only one bucket, that's only one free throw, I should say, here in the quarter, scored by Union in the first minute. Other than that, it's been a defensive slugfest, which plays more in the Union style as St. Joe's will get the inbound.
You would think so. The lower the scoring, the more it does favor Union. You can't let a team, they haven't let any team really get out. I think you said the last team that scored 30 was Elwood City, and they got mercy ruled.
Yes, it was. Spinelli with a three-pointer here, no good on the shot. Miera Gunn able to track down the rebound. Yeah, 34 points, I believe, is what it was back in the middle of January, but that was a mercy rule win for the U. Miera Gunn feeling that one. She knocks down her first bucket on the left wing three.
Good clean shot. Nobody got out to close out well enough. And again, she stepped up to the white line and took the shorter of the 2 threes. That was a smart shot.
Does that look like somebody who's only made 5 threes on the year now?
No, she shoots with a lot of confidence. Her game might be a little up and down sometimes, but you can definitely see the potential in her to blow up, so to speak, at some point and become a big-time double-digit scorer.
Now 3 cuts the lead down to 3. Crivelli Crazy's trying to get a little life into the building here. They're sitting in the zoo. Pass to Spinelli to high post. She'll take a fadeaway 18-footer, partially blocked, no good. And then on the rebound, Crimebrook able to get it, and she's going to get fouled on her way back up.
Yeah, Crimebrook got fouled, but the player that fouled her fell to the floor, so figure that out. Not sure I necessarily agree with that call when you got a 6'2 player that throws a little bit of the shoulder elbow into the defender, knocks the defender down, and they call the defender for the foul.
First free throw is good for Crimebrook, and what the officials saw, what I saw from before I got blocked out by one of the refs here, is the arms come down, you're going to get that foul called more often than not. I think that's what the officials saw.
9 times out of 10.
Both free throws good for Crimebrook. That's a story of the game. 6 for 6 from the line right now is St. Joseph. Union's just 3 of 8. Lead back up to 5. Miera Gunn, little floater, short, no good. Offensive rebound for Cameron, in trouble. Has to kick it back out to the foul line. Back up to her right wing 3. Free score for gets her first to go.
Good ball rotation, and how about the job by Bella Cameron to find somebody out of traffic like that?
But then the presence of mind to get out of the lane, too, and avoid a 3-second call, Eric.
Absolutely. Smart play. That's what championship players do.
Working the ball around the perimeter right now is St. Joseph. Their lead cut down to 2. Spinelli goes low post. Pass down low, trying to find Crimebrook, and it's stolen away. Good anticipation that time defensively. Pruse with some speed. Trying to go baseline. Well cut off there by Swercheski. She kills the dribble. Back up to Cleaver. 18-foot jumper. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Richter.
Bella Cameron made the play on the other end, too. Put her hand right out, knocked the ball away. That's 2 straight excellent plays by Cameron, and that's without scoring. Those things won't go in the stat book, so to speak.
Right wing 3, big answer for Julie Spinelli. Second 3 of the game. That one splashes home, lead back up to 5.
Good looking shot. Nobody got a hand up in her face. She's a very talented player. I'm giving her the ball every time down the floor if I'm St. Joseph. Literally let her touch the ball every time.
And Union's done a pretty good job of identifying where she is on most possessions. That time, though, unable to find her. Good backdoor cut. Pruse thought she got fouled on the way up. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Cameron. Corner 3. In and out. No good. Crimebrook rebound.
Yeah, a lot of contact underneath. She brought her arms down. I think you heard Rob Nogue there with his displeasure.
Yeah, they refs tried to say that Crimebrook straight up and down. I think I would agree with Coach Nogue. Arms did not stay straight up, did not maintain verticality. High post, Crimebrook able to find it down low to Burnett. Extra pass to Spinelli, corner 3, no good. Long rebound, Gunn's going to get it and start the transition. They got a 2-on-1. Her and Frustorfer going right to the rack is gun, finger roll, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by St. Joe's. It'll be Union basketball, but we'll have a timeout on the court with 2:04 remaining in the third quarter. Back in a moment, Union trails by 5 in the third quarter. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
30-25 your score, just over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Eric Thomas, what are you saying right now if you're Coach Nogue and the staff in that huddle?
I'm telling my team to be a little bit patient and try to get the ball inside. They're only shooting 9 of 31 right now. The three-pointers haven't been there for either team, 4 of 14 apiece. Offensive rebounds, though, this is something that we were going to keep an eye on in this game. And early on, St. Joseph started out with 3 of them. They've only had 1 since, and Union's controlled that. So the Scotties are getting their chances, and they're getting their second chances, and that's a big thing. Just keep focusing on those type of things, and everything should fall in place for it. Again, you don't see any panic in this Union team whatsoever. I think the intensity is going to amp up here in another 2 minutes and 4 seconds, but you're not seeing any panic out of this team when they come off the bench.
Union with the basketball, driving their way in, backing her way in is Cleaver against a double team, and she's going to draw the fouls. Burnett, and again, you can see that we had the perfect angle of it, didn't maintain the verticality. Burnett brings the arms down, picks up her second.
And again, a good job by Union to just attack the bucket. Three-point shooting, it can go hot or cold. If Cameron's not able to get a clean look at it and you can't kick it out to her, just attack the bucket. Go right at this team, attack them, and see if you can generate either the three-point opportunity or get to the free throw line.
First one is good for Cleaver. She's the first Union player in double figures. She makes them both. And a little switch here. Union not going to go into the full court pressure. They're back into, looks like a 1-3-1 defense, trying a little bit of a different look maybe.
Well, I like that, though. Get set up in the half court because this is where St. Joseph has struggled in this game, is the half court defense.
Ball goes to the high post for Chesky with the opening, and that shot misses everything out of bounds. How many air balls have we seen in this game for both teams, Eric?
It's tough because, again, the shooting. Now, more so on Union side, I think it's because there's been some contesting, but from the St. Joe side, they were just stepping out too far to shoot some threes early in this game and just never looked really comfortable shooting from downtown. But it's the arena and the environment, it messes with you. You're not used to the clock on top of the bucket and looking through that glass straight at empty seats or a big, big gap between the wall and the back of the backboard.
Union with possession now. Cleaver brought it up the court. Frustover tried to drive, and she calls Cleaver off, and she wants to go and reset the offense. Down by 3 with 1:10 remaining in the third. She goes dribble drive, gets to the short corner. Cleaver pulls up, 15-footer, good.
Yeah, she's starting to feel it here in this third quarter, late in this third quarter. It's a one-point game, and I think the half-court defense suits Union a little bit better in this game, especially when you have some speed on the St. Joseph side.
That long loss started the mid-range jumper. Cleaver's made a living with it tonight. As pass goes down low to Crinebrook, and we're going to have a whistle and a tie-up. Union able to get the tie with Cameron deflecting it first. Cruz getting the held ball. Possession stays with St. Joe's.
Yeah, it's a good job to step over there, though, and tie up. No danger of the foul. There was a good job to close out on the corner shooter.
Coming in for a shot! Coming the other way!
Yelling to cover Spinelli, and wisely so, because she was moving around the baseline to get open on the wing.
Yeah, doing a good job right now, Eric, of identifying where she is. And she gets around 1, gets around 2, but can't get around Cleaver with the block. But she's pickpocketed by Crinebrook, and then Cleaver blocks her again!
Well, how about the, number 1, Spinelli got away with a travel. 2, how about the anticipation of Cleaver to step, not even move really, and just stand there and wait for the shooter to come to her, get positioned perfectly to go up and swat that ball away.
Averages 3 blocks a game does Cleaver, 2 on that one possession. 30 seconds remaining. St. Joe's with the ball and a 1-point advantage. Spinelli with it. We'll give it right back over to Richter. Richter hit the opening three, hasn't scored since. She's going to back it back up.
Let her shoot the Steph Curry range three if she wants to. That has not worked all afternoon.
Down to 12 as she gets it back on the Pitt logo. She engages with 8. Right wing Spinelli. Into the corner it goes for O'Connor. Back to Spinelli with 4. Drives in over to Richter. Top of the key again from beyond the blue line. Short, no good. Put back at the buzzer. Banked it home. It counts for Maggie Burnett. One of the few offensive rebounds they've gotten today in the second half, especially Eric, makes it a 3-point lead. But that putback, able to get it. A 3-point lead going to the fourth quarter.
Everything they did right there, Union. They let the deep three go. That hasn't worked. Those NBA range threes, Union just didn't do a good enough job to box out and not give up the second chance opportunity.
Quick break, fourth quarter when we return. It's the 1A WPIAL Championship on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
You're looking for quality concrete services? Contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Tired of gasoline costs?
Fourth quarter coming your way here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Eric Thomas, the end of the first half, a 3-point play for Spinelli, a little momentum to St. Joe's. Now at the end of the third quarter, the putback there from Maggie Burnett.
Yeah, we said it right before the break, James, that the only thing that Union didn't do in that play was box out on the last second shot, and they gave up the long three, which, I mean, those threes are just not falling if you're St. Joe's. St. Joe's shoots around 30% anyway from three-point territory. They're at 26.5 right now. So they're sort of close to their average, but it's the three-point selection. So if they're going to stand out there at the NBA arc and shoot, it's not worked. Let them do it. You know, obviously get a hand in the face, but you're going to give up that shot. You just got to make sure you box out and don't allow any second-chance opportunity.
Union led briefly at 4-3 and then at 7-3, but the run in that first quarter, St. Joe's has led ever since. I think it's Kelly Cleaver time. Step back foul line jumper is good. She's got 15, lead down to 1.
That was pretty, a little step back. She knew she had the defender beat and the range to shoot that ball over anybody. That's a slick play.
Now can the Union defense get another stop? 32-31 to score. Cleaver at the top of the defense now. Ball goes high post, back upside to Richter. She's going to step into a 3 this time and splash it home. 2 foot on the line.
Yeah, stepped into it. That's the key there. Decided to not take the deep 3 and the higher percentage shot. Look what happened.
Deep 3 on the other end. Frusdorfer finally gets one to go with the bank. Ties it up at 34. Banks open here on Saturday mornings in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and Union has shot the ball much better here in the second half. Their defense has played sharper. Pressure's on St. Joseph right now.
Nice cut from the foul line down to the block, and Swerzinski will get the pass. Good pass to get it to Swercheski.
Yeah, good movement without the ball once again, something St. Joseph wasn't doing early in this game.
Up and down pace to start this fourth quarter after a 9-7 score line in the third. Cleaver thought about pulling up from the blue line, decides against it, will set up the offense. Union down by 2, 6:30 remaining. She looks to back her way in against a double team, spins around to the defender and gets the touch to go. Back tied at 36.
She is an excellent player, and against a shorter, she's going against a taller player defensively, but that hasn't been a factor in this game.
Back to the 3-2 defense, Frusdorfer at the top. They skip it over to Richter, into the corner. Swercheski for 3, misses everything. Backside rebound, Spinelli puts it back up, falling away, no good. Pruse fighting for the rebound, able to get it, goes to the ground, and we'll have a whistle and a blocking foul going to be called in the backcourt against St. Joe's. Union will have the ball, a chance to take their first lead since about the 3-minute mark of the opening quarter.
Good job by Pruse to fly in there and try to get the rebound. And I'll tell you another thing, you're seeing a little scrappier play by Union in this game. I don't know that they realized that they were going to be sort of in a bit of a fight under the glass, but you're seeing Union scrap a little bit harder here in the second half, and it's really starting to show a little bit the championship mentality that they've been there, they've done that, they know how to grind these games out, and that's why they're the defending champs. They're just playing tough right now and going after every loose ball. Seeing a little bit more intensity out of this Union side.
Frustorfer tries to drive, well defensed by Spinelli, kicks it back up to Cleaver. Tied at 36. Scoreboard says 37-36 on the live stream, but it is 36-36. Cleaver for three. Back iron, nearly got the second bounce to go. Outlet pass from Crimebrook, nearly stolen away. Now it is poked away. Frustorfer poked it away from behind, diving to the floor. Cleaver with the steal, and she's fouled at midcourt. Life from the Scotties here now. Getting to the midway point of the fourth quarter.
See what I mean about the hustle from this Union team and the scrappiness late in this game. Frustorfer coming from behind to poke that loose, and then you can't in the open floor like that. I understand Spinelli not wanting to let the easy bucket go. You can't foul up that high, though.
Nobody in any foul trouble. That's Spinelli's second. Actually, they both came in the last 30 seconds of gameplay.
Been a very clean game in terms of fouls. Refs have let him go a little bit, and that's a good thing to see in a championship spot.
Cleaver tried to back her way in. Better defense this time as they have guarding against her is Maggie Burnett. Crossover, and there we are going to get two hands on it.
It's a little 1-2-2 by St. Joseph. Union trying to adjust to it and see what they can do to attack it. And I think it's the right idea to have the ball in Cleaver's hands.
Let her run that point forward spot.
Yep. Basketball has become such a positionless game anymore.
Great drive there. Cleaver up and in off the window.
Well, how about attacking the glass with the right hand, just sort of floating that thing up there.
Spinelli tries to answer left wing, in and out, no good. Cleaver goes to the rebound. Crimebrook literally on top of her, and she's actually the one who knocks it out of bounds. No foul, but it is Union basketball.
Rob Nogay arguing the call. He wanted the foul. He got the ball, and that's a good thing. Timeout by St. Joseph. I think this is a good timeout for the Spartans because right now this thing is teetering, and you're seeing, as we thought possibly, the moment become a little bigger for this St. Joseph team. The team to our right, the home team, the Union Scotties, knows how to win these games. St. Joseph, to their credit, they've had a great run over these last couple years. Haven't been in a tight championship game yet, and you're starting to see what it takes to win these titles coming out of the Union Scotties.
Timeout called by St. Joseph's. We'll keep it right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet with 4:53 remaining. They're going to try to get that live score correct because it is a 2-point lead, 38-36. That three-pointer from Gia Richter, her foot was on the line for only two. That's why Union has this 2-point advantage here. But Eric Thomas, it has been the Kelly Cleaver show here in this fourth quarter. 3 of the 4 buckets, and the other one was a Kylie Frustorfer banked in 3. I think a good timeout call here, though, by St. Joseph.
Yeah, it definitely is. Calm your team down. Just tell them, keep your composure. Don't let this team out-muscle you, out-physical you. You've done so many things right in this game, but you just knew if this thing got into a drag-out, physical, defensive-minded, go for every loose ball, scrap for every possession style of game, the defending champs have lived off that. That's their MO. They make it ugly for you, and that's how they want it. They want it uncomfortable for the opponent, and you're starting to see that shift into that style of play.
Starting 5 out there for both teams now. Cleaver with a 2-point advantage. Dribbling on the pit logo. Guarded there by Burnett. Crossover dribble. Swings it over to Miera Gunn. Miera steps inside the arc. Pump fake. 15-footer. Short. No good. Pruse fighting with Crimebrook for the rebound, and there's going to be a held ball. Possession will go over to St. Joseph. Good look there from Gunn. Just didn't get it to fall. Still remains a 2-point Union lead. 4:21 remaining.
Half-court defense again for Union. St. Joe's has slacked off of this a little bit. They haven't attacked it as much as they were in that second quarter.
Good hands by Prudes, knocking it out of bounds. They tried to get it to Richter in the corner. This Union team forces nearly 20 turnovers per game, Eric. The turnovers, both low numbers for both teams. 7 for St. Joe's, 6 for Union. Credit to how well the offenses have done in being safe with the basketball.
Yep, and well played, you're right. And just it's been sort of a clean game, too. I mean, there hasn't been many fouls. There hasn't been many steals and sloppy play that generally can lead to those turnovers and things like that. But this St. Joe's team has played smart at times, but they just don't look comfortable going against this half-court defense. And you're seeing the hands and that reach be a little bit more active for Union here in the second half too.
Working around the perimeter is St. Joseph, trying to get it to the high post, back up to Richter between the circles. Playing catch back to the left wing for Burnett. Now Richter will set up the offense with 3:30 to go. Union up by 2, 38-36. Spinelli, high post, blocking foul called against Cruz. Will take us to our under 4 media timeout. Union leads by 2. It's the Class 1A WPIAL Championships. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs?
Oh, you should have a
Why drive?
timeout, Coach.
Let the Newcastle Transit Authority.
They did not go to the media timeout. Apologize. They should have been going to a media timeout there. So we are still in play. St. Joe's with the inbound in the front court. Richter gets it into the corner to Crimebrook. Her pass deflected, out of bounds. Last touch by St. Joe's. It should have been last time.
Yeah, there should have been an under 4 timeout called.
Should have had a whistle from media already.
Yeah, we're trying to get this sorted out here, and they're letting this thing go.
Guess what?
And
they made the last timeout the media timeout.
Okay.
That would have been nice to have known. All righty, so we're still in the action. Union with the basketball. 3 minutes to play. Drive in, Cameron. Kicks it back up, Cleaver with the basketball. 2:55 remaining, Union leads by 2. Cleaver drives in, gets to the foul line, kicks over to Pruz, over to Cameron, left wing, open for 3, back iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by Burnett.
It's a clean look. Burnett threw a little elbow in there to create space too. See the hustle by St. Joseph, get down the floor and get set up, get out after the basket.
Inside out, Spinelli left open, her shot no good. Crimebrook over 2 defenders for the rebound, throws it up with a soccer throw in and puts it in.
Well, that is a tough shot. I can't even describe how tough of an angle that is. And to do it that way, off balance once again.
Tied at 38. Frustover tries to answer. Her shot blocked. Pruz with the rebound, and she is slammed down to the court. That'll be the 4th team foul against St. Joseph. With 2:07 remaining, Union will inbound, but they'll have free throws coming up the rest of the way as Richter picks up her 3rd.
Crimebrook asking the ref. She thought the foul was on her for knocking Pruz down from behind, and looking at the ref going, what? Yeah, well, if you're a little aggressive like that, they're probably going to call it.
Inbound passing all the way into the backcourt. Coach Nogue tried to get timeout, but did it too late. Going the other way, and Richter draws the contact, and she will go to the free throw line with a chance to give St. Joe's the lead back.
Well, Richter did an excellent job to negotiate the contact that time and get the foul call. Dangerous pass into the backcourt. Usually you're going to have a defender face guarding, so it's tough to throw over top of that defender, and Richter was back there near half court. Just a lower percentage pass by Union leads to a opportunity here for Richter.
She makes the first.
Rob Nogue is asking because he was asking for a timeout from the officials, and he's saying that he called the timeout 3 times and it wasn't recognized. So we had the confusion with the media timeout, which was not noted that they took that at that time.
Yeah.
And then he's telling the official, I've been calling for timeout for the last hour and a half, and you didn't even give it to me.
Miera Gunn looks to answer. Short, no good. Put back Pruz. She's fouled. Mia Pruz will go to the line with a chance to tie it back up. 1:52 to play. Pruz now with 10 rebounds in this game.
And I'm not a huge fan of the coach being able to call the timeout either. But if you can do it, you take advantage of the rule, and that rule is not changing anytime soon, at least in this state at this level. So you might as well try to take advantage of it. And he was, we heard him begging for the timeout. We're right next to the Union bench.
Both free throws good. We're back tied up as Pruz knocks them both down. 40-40, minute 50 remaining. And yes, the first 2 timeouts were definitely asked before the pass was thrown. The 3rd one definitely was after, but the official only heard the 3rd one. It is what it is. 100 seconds remaining. St. Joe's with the ball, tied at 40. Richter dribbling near midcourt, looks to engage, goes high post Spinelli, gets around 1, gets around 2, up and in.
Attacking the basket again. What St. Joe's, when they've done it in this game, they've been almost unstoppable. And when it's been Spinelli, she's been especially unstoppable. Great game out of her.
Cleaver for three, in and out, no good. None of Prue's rebound. Tries to get position, hands it back to Cleaver. Elbow jumper, rolls home.
Boy, what a fourth quarter for Cleaver, and a good job by Prue's on the glass. She's come up with a couple of big plays underneath here in this fourth quarter.
1 minute to play, 42-42, St. Joe's and Union.
Union coaches are screaming to not allow anything high post.
That's where Spinelli has been dangerous today, is when she's gotten it at the high post. St. Joe's content to dribble this out. Cleaver saying he wants to push up a little bit. Right now, they're content just to take as much time as they can. Fursdorfer now looks to engage defensively. Gives it over. Into the corner now for Crimebrook. Pass down low. Deflected and intercepted. Cameron with the interception. Coach Inoue asking for a timeout, and he's going to get it with 25.7 on the clock. Union gets the defensive stand, the deflected pass, and the turnover, and now a chance to set up maybe their final possession.
Yeah, how about the players on the floor for Union, too, asking Rob Nogue, do you want us to go up and get the ball and force the official to count? And he's like, no, lay off of him for right now. Fursdorfer just kind of showed a little slight push towards the defensive effort, causing St. Joe's to get the ball moving, and that zone, which is packed in the paint and been a problem for St. Joseph's in this game, is able, again, the reach and the aggressiveness of this defense in the second half for Union is why this game is tied, and they're going to have a shot to win it here.
Eric Thomas alongside. I'm James Dotson. St. Joseph had a 13-0 run in the first quarter. They've led throughout the majority of this game. Union took the lead back at the 5:10 mark of the fourth quarter. It's gone back and forth, and now tied at 42 with 25.7 on the clock, and it's Union basketball.
I'm guessing here you probably hold for the final shot. Maybe if you have a good look at the basket, I'm only taking a two-point shot here. I mean, it has to get down to the very tail end of the clock to kick it out and go for three. I don't want a low percentage shot here, even though Cameron's been great in the playoffs and really on Monday night just poured it in against Riverview. I want to look at the bucket, and I'm probably trying to get something in the front court. I'm not messing around with going in the back court on the inbound, and they don't.
I was going to say, first things first, get it inbounded, and they do. Cleaver with the basketball. Dribbling near midcourt, down to 20 seconds remaining. Just trying to waste some time. Down to 15. Takes a look at the clock. Down to 12. Engages at 10. She drives her way in. Scoop shot blocked away towards the corner. Gunn grabbed it, but it was going to be out of bounds, as touching it out of bounds was Gia Richter with 5 on the clock. Union still has 4 timeouts, not choosing to use one here. Cameron will inbound with 5 on the clock, tied at 44.
Got to get it in.
Skip pass and a 5-second call. And again, Coach Nogue can't believe it.
He's got to be careful.
Well, he's saying, what are we doing? Because what he's saying is that they weren't doing any arm motion. They were not counting. And that's what he's complaining about right now, is there was no count being given.
Yeah, Rob's got to be careful, though, not to push it in this spot with 4.9 left. You know, these guys have a quick trigger, and they're itching sometimes to call a tech.
And again, with Union having those timeouts, that's a big-time error, not being able to get that timeout called.
Well, and
they have fouls to give, though. Keep that in mind.
Not the timeout, and then really, again, the pass coming up towards the near wing, it's a low percentage pass because nobody really was able to move and get towards the ball for an inbound.
Yep.
Even if it's in the corner, get the ball inbound and have somebody come over and try to defend you. Even if you don't get a shot off, you can live with the extra time, but get the ball in your player's hands, move to that inbound, and get yourself open and get the ball.
And you know what, too? I mean, that pass that was thrown in the end ended up being essentially the Elwood City Deer Lakes pass. And that's the issue that you have.
Yeah, don't allow the defense to come and make a play on the ball when you're inbounding the ball. Your player has to rotate to the ball, even again if it's in the tight corner and somebody knocks it off their foot. Seconds are going to come off the clock. They might not have enough time to do anything. You can't give the offense an opportunity like Union did.
And with fouls to give, they are going to give one in the backcourt. Clock about 1 second off the clock. 4 even now remaining. St. Joseph now has to inbound from a tough location.
And now you can't foul if you're Union. That's the key because that foul's going to put St. Joseph on the line.
I only have him for 3. Richter gets across the timeline. They're not going to get a shot off. They're not going to get the shot off in the half-court heave from Spinelli after the buzzer nearly banked in. First of 5 games today at the Pete. Free basketball coming your way. 42-42. Back in a moment, the 1A championship here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Well, both these teams will be traveling into the state tournament, but which one will get the 1 seed, which will be getting the 2 seed? Both will host opening round games in the state, but right now they're looking for gold. Union trying to repeat. St. Joseph looking for their first ever WPIAL championship.
Well, they've proven a worthy opponent. You can tell that this team's grown up a lot and learned from the past couple of years. A couple things to watch in overtime, James. The inbounds.
Yep.
Make sure you have clean passes. Make sure you're back on defense. I'm defending in the half court if I'm Union. I don't know necessarily that I want to press too much, but I'm going to defend in the half court because that's what's worked the best for my team in the second half. And honestly, I understand Bella Cameron's great. Frustorfer is great. I don't know that I want anybody else touching the ball offensively besides Kelly Cleaver because she has been unstoppable in the second half.
Let it run through Cleaver. She's got 21 points. Now we're set and we're ready to go. It's overtime here at the Peterson Event Center. Control of the tip goes to St. Joseph. Again, they're going right to left in the blue, red, and white. Union is in the bonus. Union still has one more foul to give before St. Joseph gets into the bonus. Richter in the corner, guarded there by Pruz. Back up top to Sorcheski. Over to the right wing, Spinelli. Spinelli leading with 18 right now for St. Joe's. To the high post, Crimebrook turns, faces, swings it over. Spinelli, corner 3 ball, off the mark, no good. Pruz, another strong rebound.
Good pass, though, to get it out to Spinelli, but a better job by Cameron to close out and get a hand up.
Spinelli now 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. Union with their first possession. They put Spinelli on Cleaver now to start this overtime. Frustorfer drives in and she's fouled. She's going to make her first trip to the free throw line tonight with 3:18 remaining here in the early afternoon.
70% free throw shooter on the season. No better two to have shooting the free throws on this Union side than Frustorfer and Cleaver.
Frustorfer short on the first one. Free throw shooting, you don't want to mention it, but it's 7 of 13 now from the line.
Had to open my mouth, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Second one splashes home. Union leads by 1, 43-42. 3:18 remaining in the overtime period. Here comes Richter across the timeline. Spinelli gives it back to Richter. Trying to work at high post. Instead, those two keep playing catch on the perimeter. Skip pass now over to Sorcheski. Sorcheski back up to Richter. Coming up to get it now, Burnett. Real methodical in the offense, down to 3 minutes remaining. Here in overtime. Richter resets. Gives it over to Spinelli. Playing catch. Now reset. Richter. Goes high post, Spinelli. Spinelli tries to spin around. Defense there, bounce pass to Crimebrook. She pumps, she drives. She's blocked away by Cleaver. Cleaver with the swat, Pruz with the rebound, and she asks for it back and gets it back.
A lot of movement when Crimebrook gets the ball in her hands. She doesn't look comfortable when she catches it and goes to shoot right away, and that allows the defense to get set, and Cleaver's been fantastic guarding her.
Cameron, corner 3 on the way. Short, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Gunn. He tried to keep the pivot foot, too, as she was being harassed there by Spinelli, and Coach Nogue is going to take a timeout with 2:12 remaining in the overtime period. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout as well on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MadorBonnerLaw.com for more information.
And it has been defense that's been the name of the game today for Union.
It really has. And their defense in the second half, I've said this a million times, in the last half hour, their defense in the second half has been fantastic. Yep. And that half-court defense, St. Joe's should have been pushing the tempo earlier in this game. Now, it's still a one-point game, and it's still anybody's game, but they should have been pushing the tempo earlier in this game because when Union sets up in that half-court defense, it is virtually impenetrable.
So now 2 minutes left. How long, if you're St. Joe's, can you afford to just go and try to go with the flow before having to commit the foul and put Union on the line?
I'm probably I'm going to let Union play it out here a little bit, but at some point I have to go up and I have to challenge the ball handler and put the ball in motion. Spinelli shows that and then backs off a little bit, but you got to put some pressure on them defensively. You need possessions here.
Miera Gunn now with the ball, gives it back over to Frustorfer. Already 30 seconds wasted on the possession. Frustorfer fake the handoff to Cleaver, down to 130.
But see, what they're also doing, James, is they're making Spinelli work awfully hard on defense.
Cleaver gets it back, gets a screen from Pruz. Back upside, Frustorfer. Minute 15 remaining now. Frustorfer, Spinelli going one-on-one. There's the reach and foul against Spinelli, and there's your answer. Bonus free throws are brought to you by Castle Asphalt. They're coming your way.
Yeah, Spinelli's walking to the block right now, and she is just exhausted after that defensive possession. That's the chess match within the game of basketball. I mean, if you're going to throw your best player on the ball handler almost every time and Union's going to kill clock, I'm making her work on defense. I don't care if it takes a minute, 2 minutes, whatever. I want her working and exhausted as possible.
First free throw is good.
It's a big free throw here to make this three.
And it rolls home.
And I say that because how many, again, two long three-pointers has St. Joseph taken in this game?
Left wing, open three, Sercheski, short, no good. Gunn grabs the rebound, gets it out to Cameron. Less than a minute to play. Union with the ball in a three-point lead.
Again, from that navy blue arc, the NBA range arc, the college range arc, St. Joseph has not hit any of those threes today. And that one was borderline at that range, and what did it do? It kissed the front of the rim, just short. Step in, get to that white line, give yourself a little bit more of an advantage.
I believe that's the fifth foul there against Maggie Burnett. She will check out of the game, and Calda O'Connor will check in. Cleaver splashes it home. Ice water from the senior. Union 4 points in overtime, all from the line.
Just make sure if you're Union on the other end, you go out to contest any of those threes. Make sure you are not fouling on them.
5-point advantage. Richter drives through, kicks it to the corner. 15-foot jumper, short, missed everything but O'Connor. It's going to be rebounded by Pruz. Another big rebound for Mia Pruz, and she is fouled, and Union starting to feel it.
They are, and I'll tell you, you said it. I think she's the MVP of this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Pruz with 100% the way she's defended and just scrapped underneath for loose balls, rebounds, everything. I mean, they're not in this position to put this thing away if it's not for Mia Pruz.
Timeout with 42 seconds remaining. We'll take another quick one as well. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org. Are you looking for the best in high school sports coverage? Look no further than Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Trib Live High School Sports Network has all the excitement of high school sports with game stories, player features, photos, scores, stats, and so much more.
Including live game broadcasts and studio shows featuring local broadcasters who bring you great analysis.
And the best part? It's all free.
Trib Live High School Sports Network. No signups, no fees, just sports. Find them online at tribhssn.triblive.com.
42 seconds remaining. Going to the line, Mia Pruz to shoot a pair of free throws. 5 of 6 from the line in overtime right now is Union, and it's a 5-point lead here in the extra frame. Splashes at home. Big one here is it would give Union a 3-possession lead. Can't get it to go. Remains a 6-point game. Cranbrook rebounds. To the left wing, O'Connor. 33 seconds left. Time winding down. Trying to direct traffic. O'Connor able to get it to Cranbrook. Taking up too much time. Spinelli finally able to get it back. Takes a step back. NBA range 3. Short. No good. Going out of bounds. It'll be Union basketball with 24 seconds on the clock.
Can't move anybody to the high post. Union has the whole lane clogged up. You give up that deep 3. It's almost like St. Joseph is taking threes that contest himself and not have a defender out there. Those NBA range 3s have not worked all morning and afternoon.
Spinelli has to foul Cleaver with 20 seconds remaining. And Kelly will go to the line. She's got 23 points, 15 here in the second half, Eric. She has been all that in a bag of chips the way she has shot the ball.
Absolutely, and played very good defense, has a couple of blocks in the second half. The other thing, as she makes the front end, the other thing you can say to James, St. Joseph, the time winding off the clock now. You've got yourself in a 3-possession game and there's 19 seconds left. You got to go on offense when you get that ball after that second Pruz miss.
Both are good. 8-point lead. Pruz just in the back pocket of Spinelli right now.
This is academic right now. They don't have enough time the way they're wasting time and trying to create shots, and it's a byproduct of Union's defense.
And Cleaver nearly got another block, but she does pick up the foul. And you hear Coach Nogue saying you don't need to foul at that one. I think Cleaver wanted one more chance to swat the 1,500-point score.
They got the ball back with 19 seconds left, and there's 7 now. And you're in an 8-point game. You got to recognize that earlier, and it goes back to that possession before this one.
First points of overtime come with 8 seconds remaining for St. Joe's.
And that is the difference between a team that's been here and a team that is trying to get here and is finally getting over that hump.
No good on the second. Bella Cameron rebound. Pruz score for 4 seconds left. They're calling off the dog. She runs out of real estate. Doesn't matter. Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
Gritty effort. They did it with defense. They did it with all the small things that add up to wins in the second half. Excellent job by Pruz, especially after those loose balls. And what can you say about Kelly Cleaver in the second half? Unstoppable scoring the basketball.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County. Your final score, Union 50, St. Joseph 43. Tri-County Principals post-game show when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction.
Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity, it's really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Many times this year, including the semifinals, Union has kept an opposition scoreless in a quarter. They nearly did it in overtime, outscoring St. Joe's 8-1 en route to their 50-43 victory over the Spartans, and WPIAL repeat champions, Union Scotties, victorious here today. Eric Thomas, it was nail-biting throughout most of that game, but I'll tell you what, down the stretch, it was the experience of Union being here before and being in these big game situations before that really pays off and getting them the win in crunch time.
Really, and understanding what they had to adjust and not scoring, adjust defense, adjust going after loose balls, maybe switch a person here or there that guards underneath on the defensive side. They did all those things in the second half. There's a couple of stats that are just mind-boggling here, James. I mean, you look at St. Joe's, they hit 3 of 7 three-pointers in the first quarter. They made 1 the rest of the game.
Wow.
1. They were 4 of 21 shooting from 3. Union not much better, 5 of 21, but you could tell in this game that it wasn't going to be as big of a factor for Union shooting the 3 as it would St. Joe's. And too many of those other attempts by St. Joseph were the longer range three-pointer, the NBA range three-pointer. Step in, take the shorter shot. How many of those threes hit the front of the rim? They were air balls. They were hit the bottom of the net. Like, you just have to recognize that you need to step in and take those shorter three-pointers if you're going to shoot that many of them. The other thing, rebounding, I mean, Union just crushed St. Joseph's on the glass in this game, 37-28. That might not seem like a lot, but when you talk about how good St. Joseph was early in this game and the flip, especially on the offensive side, the offensive glass, Union just did a great job adjusting and getting more rebounds in the second half and giving themselves opportunity.
Here's the unsung hero stat, and I think we have an idea of what we're going to be talking about at the end of this one, because Mia Pruz came into this game averaging 4 rebounds per game. All she did was put up 14 rebounds in this contest. Her defensive and rebounding play, and a lot of that doesn't show on the stat book. Eric, that's the reason why they won this game.
Yeah, no, she by far is the key to the game in the second half, and I think her defense is going to just – it's easy to look at this game and say, well, they shot the ball better or they did this, they did that, but if you really dig into it, her defense in the second half was fantastic and just scrapping for every loose ball. There looked like there was more intensity on the Union side in the second half. They were reaching a little bit more on defense. They were putting the arms out, using the wingspan, defending, compacting that zone. They weren't allowing a lot of high post stuff. They were getting defense out on shooters in the corners and on the wings. They weren't allowing many clean three-point looks. That all started with Pruz. She set a tempo early in this third quarter, and just the aggressiveness early in that third quarter, and that really led the way for Union's defense the rest of the game.
Let's turn it over to PA announcer for the rest of the medal ceremonies for the Scotties.
presenters. And Athletic Director Kim Ibala. And now to present the WPIAL Championship Trophy to the Union Scotties. Captains, please claim your trophy. Congratulations, Union, on a great season and best of luck in the state playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, your WPIAL champion, Union Scotties.
Tidal Township's going to bring another one home. Second straight year for girls basketball. Softball team's going to be looking for a three-peat in the spring. They had to fight this one out tooth and nail down the stretch. A little bit closer than their first two games in the playoffs, Eric, which were 59-16 and 56-13. But you get a 7-point win here today. Union's able to take care of business. We need to take care of one more piece of business. We'll come back and give our post-game awards when we return. One last break here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingley Opal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Back one final time here for the Peterson Events Center. A overtime victory, 50-43 for Union over St. Joseph. Your creative edge scoring recap real quick. 19 points for Julie Spinelli, 7 for Gia Richter, 6 each for Anna Kreinberg and Maggie Burnett, and 5 for Emma Swarczewski to round out the St. Joe's scoring. As you mentioned, 4 of 21 from beyond the arc. That means that they were 1 of 14 after the first quarter. For Union, leading the way, 25 points, 6 rebounds for Kelly Cleaver. Drew Storper finishes with 11, 6 for Bella Cameron, 4 for Miera Gunn, and 4 for Mia Pruz, who go 5 for 21 from the field. And the turnover numbers really impressive. St. Joe's finishes with 10, Union finishes with 10. Just a well-played game all throughout for both teams. Time for our post-game awards. And we got some extra shirts, so we're going to have a couple. We're going to have co-plays of the game first off here, Eric Thomas. The one play that stuck out to me early on, Union wasn't getting a lot going. They started the run in the third quarter. It began with somebody who doesn't shoot it much, only her 5th 3 of the year. But talk about how big seeing Miera Gunn step into that 3 and knocking it down was.
Yeah, she has potential to really be a special player, and you see glimpses of it on the floor, both ends of the court, all game long, and stepped up, made a huge 3 in the contest, and kind of got this team off the schneid a little bit as far as shooting went, and they lived at the basket a lot in the second half, but that 3 was huge and really paramount to the run and the comeback that they had in this game today. And Miera is going to be a fantastic player. I mean, you can see the potential in her. I think she just has to realize it sometimes how good she can be, and once she does that, she's going to be a really special player.
The other play of the game, talk about the Frustorfer steal
that she was able to get after it looked like they were going to have an odd man rush going the other way. She pokes it away from Spinelli and is able to get the extra possession back for Union there late in regulation.
Yeah, that really was huge, and this was at a time when Union's defense was collapsing on this team in the paint, and they were really making life hard when they were trying to go high post or get out to corner shooters. And when they slapped on that little full court and decided to guard that after a miss, the poke from behind, it looked like St. Joseph was going to get out and run, and no, little poke from behind, get the possession back. And I believe Union did score on the offensive possession after that.
Yes.
So you talk about the flip there. That's a 4-point swing in a game that came down to a battle of free throws or a slowdown in overtime where it was only an 8-point win. Those are huge 4 points. Huge 4-point swing there because of that turnover in that offensive series.
So those two get your co-Maley Chiropractic plays of the game. They'll both receive customized T-shirts courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being today's Maley Chiropractic play of the game. We also have co-MVPs. First, we're going to start with the unsung hero of the team today, Mia Prue. She averages 4 rebounds a game. She put up 14 of them. She's the one playing the box and one at times against Spinelli throughout the course of the game, especially down the stretch. She just was ridiculously impressive in the facets of the game that don't get noticed in the box score.
And a game where every possession counts, every rebound counts, every opportunity counts. The player that was at the forefront of this charge by Union, by far, Mia Prue's doing a lot of the dirty work in this game. In the second half required a lot of dirty work, but she got St. Joe's out of their element and really was able to come up with some big rebounds and a couple of big defensive stops and lived on that block, causing havoc defensively.
And then what more can you say about Kelly Cleaver? 25 points, 6 rebounds, a perfect 7 of 7 from the line. She took over in that second half.
You put the ball in her hands and you trust her to make things happen. You can do that with just about any one of these players that have won a title for this Union team, but she's the big gun on this team, and why not? They went back to that point forward that worked so well in the PIAA playoffs last year. They had her running things late in regulation, get the ball in her hands, let her score, let her be the one that goes to the free throw line. It all runs through her, and it's going to continue to run through her until I get to the Giant Center again.
So Kelly Cleaver, Mia Prue's your co-MVPs of the game, brought to you by MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win. One other award, your LCAP Team of the Month. We just saw them, the Union Scotties Girls Basketball, repeating as WPIAL champions. Congrats to them as your LCAP Team of the Month. Union will host on Saturday in the first round of the state tournaments a week from today. They will host Port Allegheny, the 5th place team out of District 9. St. Joseph's will play St. Joseph's. We've been wanting it for Union forever, a Union game. We don't get a Union, but we have St. Joseph's Spartans against the St. Joseph Catholic Academy Wolfpack. That game will be at St. Joseph, the Spartans, St. Joseph, the District 7 St. Joseph. That game will take place on Saturday as well. Big thanks again, Something for Your Wall Photography, getting the photos. We have video highlights coming, courtesy of Rob Nattell and Ashley Pistachio. Eric Thomas, welcome to the Pete, baby.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Can't ask for a better venue. Couldn't have asked for a better game. Good to see Union get challenged. And now, instead of roads going to the Pete, the path to the Pete, it's all roads lead to Hershey.
And how sweet it would be to get another return trip to Chocolate Town. We'll have coverage of all that. Make sure you stay tuned to us. Make sure you message us on X, on Facebook, on all social media. Send me an email. We want to get these games on the air, but we need your help to do it. Audio broadcast cost fees. Video broadcast cost fees either to us or to you or to both. So with that in mind, we need sponsors to help us out. So if you're still listening, you want your team to be on the air during the postseason run on the road to Hershey, please give us a call. We want to make it happen. The Union Scotties make it happen today. 50-43 in overtime over St. Joseph. Glad we could have the Class 1A championship for you here. Listening to it live or archived on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence